Hey, here we go. Welcome back. We're here to address the age-old question of, is it possible for there to be definitely going to be too much pink? I don't know. We're making a house this time around. We have done 2 floors already. If you've missed seeing them go together, you should probably go back and look. I mean, maybe. It just depends how much you like pink. But today we are going to finish up the house part of our pink bed with the next floor. So this floor is going to be the bedrooms. The bedrooms for Pinky McPink, who is the mother to 4 of these pink children, and Sakura, the oldest girl child. Oh my gosh. So I think maybe we're going to start with Sakura's room, and it's going to be over here. Pinky McPink's room's going to be over here. We're going to try and make sure it's reasonably equitable. Is it going to be though? Who can tell? All right, so Sakura, she needs pajamas because it's a bedroom. We finally have some. So here we go. Pink pajamas for Sakura. It knocked them over, but that's okay. Last time I did this, we didn't have anything like pajamas for the mini dolls, and I made my own. I painted my own. And now we've got legit Lego mini doll PJs, and I could not be more excited. Now, pink bed. We have got a lovely pink bedspread here, courtesy of Paisley, but this will go very nicely for Sakura. So for her bed, I mean, I'm going to try and make these 2 bedrooms very differently themed because, well, they're 2 very different people. Even if it's all pink, that doesn't mean that they like the same things or the same styles. So we're going to make a very teenager-y bedroom for Sakura. But I say that thinking, do I have all the parts to make it the way I want it to be? No. All of these are just done now. So going to... we find out as we go along. Going to make like a little stack of pillows at the back. Also, if you are new to following along here with the Too Much builds, see-through parts are absolutely free. So we can use them anywhere in here as structural elements. They totally count. Okay, so we want a footer and a header for this bed. And if we do this and get these both up to the same height, that should kind of disguise the end of our bed, and these pretty jewel, like opalescent jewel bits can be the knobs on the top, and then we can have the same thing on the other end on the top, but we obviously need to make this higher. Okay, so the pillows can theoretically rest against it. Okay, look at that. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, it's falling off. It happens we have a bony mini doll butt. You keep tumbling off stuff. Oh, she has also got her cherished childhood stuffy, who we're going to call Roro, because that's actually what I called my pink bear when I was little, and it only just came back to me when I was building this. So, oh my goodness, the nostalgia. Anywho, we've also got Pinky McPink. She gets jammies as well, but a different style, a totally different look for Pinky. So let's put her head onto her pajama body. Oh, I'm a bit concerned by the fact I've actually put these headless bodies in the background downstairs. That'll be a bit of a jump scare coming down, getting some milk in the middle of the night. Finding that in your living room. Okay, bed for Pinky. Gonna make this in a different style if I've got the pieces to be able to do it. So hers going to be a little bit bigger because she's an adult. She deserves some more space. So if we put these as a rounded corner, and then we can kind of build... It's not the most stable of beds that I've ever built, but it's fine. Once it's in situ, it won't matter. So these are going around there. We're going to have this bit on the top to hold the pillow on, and then just backfill underneath here. And then we can make a what do you call it? A cross-hatched bedspread. Patchwork quilt? I'm not even sure what words I should be using here, but it looks pretty. And we're going to have one here with a jumper stud so we can put a throw blanket on the end of the bed too, which is conveniently on a pink tile, even though the blanket itself is blue. Okay, got our feet on. So 2 different beds, 2 different bedrooms. Now we've got the beds, which is the most important part of a bedroom. We have to find out what else we're going to put in here. So, and if I decide which way I want to situate them, so like what if we have that one facing forward and this one against a wall. Let's start over here though, because it's too much for my little brain. So if we make a balconette, which is obviously what's going to happen with this curved section. So we're going to use these beautiful curved pink fencing pieces and break them up with flowers and transparent studs just to kind of give it all of this negative space and this big open airy feel. And then on the top, we've got some curved domes in pink. Now it looks like a gazebo hanging off the back of the house, which I think is lovely. It doesn't go with the rest of the style of the house, but I mean, is there a style in this house? I don't know. And in the alcove here, we can have a plant. Perfect place for an upside down pink beehive for a vase and then, or a pot, and then we can use these opalescent leaves for the petally kind of leaf things. No, they're leaves. What am I saying? So we can, that's not very secure. That's kind of a little bit like, I could leave it like that, but it's just floating freely. So if I just add one more stud on the bottom, it should connect in there much better. There we go. Now it's secure. Okay, so this side, the side with the gazebo is going to be Pinky's room. The other side is going to be Sakura's. We're going to break up the two rooms with our translucent pink bricks, and then we're going to start on Sakura's room. So put this, so put a little brick. I'm just trying to see what's going to fit in the space, because I want to put lots of decorations on the wall, have lots of windowy kind of things, and these forward-facing studs will do a nice job of holding these pennants, little flags for decoration. And then on the side we can put posters up on the wall, and if we have that little forward-facing jumper stud, we can angle it. So maybe a straight one down the bottom, and then we can put this cool chicken one on an angle. I just love these printed tiles that all came with the video sets. Short-lived, but gave us so many good printed 2x2 tiles. Okay, where do I want this wall to be? Unsure. So let's keep going. Little stand for Roro on the corner, and then we'll put the bed right in front of our window. Nice! It looks so nice! Oh my goodness, I'm not over pink yet. I think I just love pink. So this is her side table, and it's going to have a mushroom lamp on it. Look, so many good pieces. Look at that with little metallic silver spots. Okay, so pink lamp, and then over here for the dividing wall, we can actually use these big stickered pieces that have got mirrors on them. So this one can be like a dressing table for this side, and we'll have a look at Pinky's in a moment. She's got slightly different variation for this. So we need a stool in front so she can sit here and get ready in the mornings, or basically just use the mirror to check to make sure she's got all her clothes on and that nothing's inside out before she leaves the house. Other side, putting another side table on, and a book for reading at night, scary stories. I mean, they're the only sort of stories you want to read right before you go to bed. And a lamp. I love this costume flower piece. So I reckon we can angle it from the corner using some see-through pieces. So these cool little, I don't even know what they're called, these pieces that kind of make you look like you're floating. If you stack enough of them together, you can make kind of any angle. So if we stick it out of this wall, we can angle it down over her bed and just make the prettiest lamp. Oh, that brings me so much joy. Look at that. All right, over here on this side, we can put some more posters up, I think. This big one that says sleep. Sleep is so important, and it's a bedroom. And got studs down the bottom to also hang some more stuff. So she's got some photo booth pics here with some of her besties, and, no, question mark, because, I mean, we all question our lives regularly, or is that just me? And then more wall and more pink windows. I'm glad I have so many pink windows. This is, I'm able to do this whole pink house, which is mind-blowing for me. And there's a spot for a life-size Minecraft pig plushie, which Primrose sneaks up from the nursery to ride when her sister is not home. I mean, don't little sisters always get in the big sister's rooms? Invasion of privacy, we better take her out again. So, lovely flower mat at the end of the bed, and I think we might have built all this space. So let's get these wall bits back in, and then backfill the spaces that we haven't used yet. So maybe I can use these tube pieces, these translucent tubes with opaque single plates, and then back here we'll put in some more of them because they just look kind of like lights around the dressing table, so that's nice. Angled pieces, oh hold on, I should probably put a nice big brick down there, and then angled pieces to go around the corner because I have a heap of them, so that fits that space really nicely. Oh, and down here maybe she could have, maybe we're gonna do it, she can have a record player. It doesn't have a needle or anything because I didn't have a pink one, but that's fine. And then on the wall, she can have one of her precious collector vinyls on display. Okay, I think that is Sakura's room. She's got, I mean, we fitted everything in. It's not too cluttered. And there's so much pink. Okay, all right. So maybe now let's move into Pinky's room. So I'm a bit exhausted from doing one bedroom, but that's okay. So different style. Backfilling these spaces again. I just think translucent with opaque, like alternating them just looks really pretty. So that separating wall is just not a big block of colour. Putting the bed here right underneath where the mirror is hanging. Once the bed's on, it'll be fine. It's just not terribly structurally sound. I love this piece with the hanging lanterns, and it's gonna, yeah, it works so nicely for Pinky's growing up bedroom. Okay, just kind of connecting some of these walls up, and then what else can go in this bedroom? We need a side table. Fix the bed. So on the side table, she can have a lamp, but a different style to Sakura's. So maybe we could actually make it a little bit fancier. I think this will fit in the space, putting these petals underneath. Yeah, that fits. That looks so nice. That's such a decorative lamp. And then a mat in front of the door coming up from downstairs, and next to the bed, going to put down some nice smooth flooring, or just a token amount of smooth flooring, because I want to put a nice comfy lounge chair here. So I've already built the base of this up and putting the cushion on, side arms. I think I have everything I need for this, and I want to put a little side pillow as well in a darker pink, just to break up all that same mid-pink colouring, and then we'll just have smoothing over the back. And I don't know why I keep thinking I can build this while my hands are like just hanging in the air, but I will persevere. We'll do fine. I don't need the support of the ground. So this can go, I can just attach it on the jumper stud, and theoretically this will be a lovely reading chair. She gets some like flow through from the, from the balcony, and she's got reading lamp right next to her, but you know, in real life it's going to end up covered in clothes or stuff that needs to be folded. I mean, that's what happens when you have a chair in your bedroom. Okay, on this side, we need a door frame. I still don't have any more pink doors, so that's just too bad. We're just having lots of air coming in here. It's structural though, so that's all that matters. And then at the end of the bed, I would like to have a bit of a fancier window. So if I can make a frame around it, like with a curtain, and this might be beyond my skills to make this look believable, but if I put these upside down stud curvedy things up here, I might connect these up a bit first. Put this in here and then build that up. And then I'll go, like for the hanging bits down the side, like the curtain hanging down the side of the window, I'm actually using some foliage, but let's just pretend that they're floral curtains. Like, suspend our disbelief a bit. I actually think they look frilly enough to I reckon I can pull them off as curtains. I think that looks really pretty. It doesn't just look like there are flowers growing inside her room, which is also nice. Now, this house needs a roof, which I've never done before with any of my too much builds. So I've pre-made a panel for the roofing, and I'm going to just make like a simple, hopefully angled roof on. But we need to build up to the right. This is the boring part. I just need to put structural stuff in, but just use the bricks that I have. So I don't know that I'll be filling the whole space, but I think we'll be able to make it convincing. So I think that's the height we're going to want it at. We've actually got space in the middle, like in that sectiony part between the two bedrooms. So I'm going to turn it into like an attic. So kind of like a little mezzanine. So we've got a lamp, some cushions, and a diary, a secret diary up here. Does it belong to Pinky or does it belong to Sakura? I don't know. Maybe they alternate coming up here for a little bit of peace and quiet from all the other kids. Dunno. Let's build this up. I really think they probably both do. And this is going to then, I think, meet up. I've got two of these panels. They're not going to completely meet in the middle because I just am not talented enough to be able to make that happen. But I've made this bar along one side so it will rest on these angled pieces. And that way I can just pop it on like this. Is that right? That seems like it's not sitting properly. Let's do the other side first and see what I might have done wrong. Because in theory this should work. So let's go put this one on. Oh, okay. I just need to adjust it forward. There we go. So those roof pieces are just balancing on there, but if I move it around, they're not going to fall off. So I call that 100% a win. It doesn't need to make its way through a hurricane. It just needs to hold together through minimal movement and sitting displayed on my shelf. So it's perfect! We have made a too much pink house, which has got everything that all of the family members need. I don't know how I managed to make this cohesive. I really don't. All that they need, I think, is probably some childcare options. That we do have Rosita. I don't know where she went. She turned up and then left again, but hopefully she'll come back to help out with all of these kids. So tell me, did we meet our expectations? Have we gotten to the point of too much pink saturation? Is it too much pink? We did make a whole house. I'm actually blown away that this was even possible. Am I going to make myself do it for all of the other colours in the rainbow? I don't know. I think at the moment I'm just going to enjoy our montage of the gorgeous rooms that you made for our too much pink house, and the family we've created, and the memories we've shared together. Oh, but do tell me in the comments, are you going to inflict another too much build full house challenge on me? Can I even do it? And what colour would it be next? Let me know. She says slightly pained and scared, but excited. Alright, check back in because there's a lot coming up. I'll see you then. Too much pink. Bye.